Well, my Miller 200 Dynasty took a poo-poo. It broke, actually, the motherboard, this one, and the current control, and under the bottom a couple diodes and stuff went out. So by the time I fix it, it's going to cost more than what I paid for the machine brand new. But it's been a workhorse. I've had it for 17 years. Basically sits out here, basically the weather. And what killed it was them mud dauber nests. The moisture, there was a couple wet ones across the main computer chip, and it took a crap. And a couple other components on this board did the same thing. And on the bottom, just because of the moisture on things. And what's really nice though, most of it is lacquered, the boards, except for that chip. It isn't lacquered, and on the bottom where the output transistors are, half of the board's lacquered, not the whole board. But anyway, I'm happy. There's no complaints with the Miller machine. It's done me well. It's my fault. So I went and bought this rice burner. It's called a prime weld. It was fairly economical. They advertised for $7.75. The guy gave me a discount just for asking. It's still my water cooler. And all my stuff was plug and play except for the switch. So I cut their switch off and added it to mine. The only thing I don't like is, look at this little wire. This thing, my wee-wee's bigger than that. Anyway, I usually run a number 12 3-wire on there, which is about 5/8, 3/4 around. This thing's about 3/8 1/2 inch around. And hey, so I'm going to ask them if that's going to void the warranty if I change it out. So I'm going to plug this bad boy in, and we're going to see if we can burn some stuff up. Turn my... Hey, you know what? I don't have one of them camera guys to follow me around my shop and do a really professional job. I don't really do a professional job at anything but screwing up. I do good at that. And another thing, this thing holds pressure all night long. On my regulator, on my Miller, it'd be dead gone in a day. And there goes the fan. Turn my water cooler on. Okay, so it's at 74, 75 amps. I don't use none of this stuff, which is pretty cool. It's pulsing. I don't need it. And it does more pulsing than normal. I also have the 2T4T controls. And my AC controls are pretty neat. This works good. I like this. I can change the frequency, and I can change the positive pulse to where I can get more or less of it. So I can make a ball, hold the ball, clean the material better, blah, 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 right? Alright, so I'm going to do some welding with it. We'll see what happens. Alrighty, I got some old crappy chromoly here. I got some chromoly rod, 4130 rod. Does it say it anywhere? Right there it says it. Oh, can't focus on it though. There. If you can't read that, you're blind. But anyway, 4130 rod. And I got some aluminum I'll try later. And I tried it earlier on it. I liked it, but it's cold. You can see. I'm impressed at how little bit of amperage you need to do the job. I normally do 1 amp per thousand. Let's see what happens to my weld if this will see it. Probably gonna burn the camera up. And the high freak on this thing is awesome. Watch. Ow, 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 ow. Look at that. I like a $high machine, not like them click, click, click crap. That's true, good, high freak. I love it. Anyway, let me see what we can get going now. So like I was saying, I usually use 1 amp per thousand on my material. That's 1/8 inch chromoly plate. And I'm at 75 amps. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks like a weld. Okay, I need to get a better camera, huh? see what we got going here. Nickel moly, you actually want to slow down your weld a little bit and let it get hot so it takes a little longer to cool and hopefully neutralize the material after the welding is done. And yeah, there's no good focus on this camera. Anyway, it's a weld. I'm gonna switch it over to AC. Okay, got my AC button right here. I'm gonna go to AC, and I'm gonna go to 150 amps. I'm using a 250 plate hose, 151 amps. It doesn't have a fine adjustment, which is no big deal. Close enough. And then I don't use any of the pulse stuff, but I will use the frequency control here and duty cycle. So I'm going to turn this up just a little bit because I got a point on it. That'll ball it up a little bit. And I always use the harder stuff. I'm not even going to clean that nasty thing. We're going to give this thing to work. And I use 5356 rod, so you know it's kind of gooey, just like the 4130 is kind of gooey, and it flowed really nice. I was happy with that. Yeah, and that was on some pretty dirty material. I don't know why it don't focus. But anyway, it welds pretty good. I'm happy. And that's because I really don't know how to weld, but I'm happy. Try that again. Now that's, alright, let me turn it down to 150 amps. Oh my, that was some pretty good weed because that was at 150 amps. Now we're going to do 125 amps. Pretty good. Alright. And I don't use a foot pedal, I just use the off and on buttons. Foot pedals for sissies. I mean, people that, anyway, sissies. Okay. Alright, y'all, so I'm happy with the machine. $775. Comes in a hell of a box. You get a regulator, brand new. You get this CK Worldwide torch. It's funny, they make it sound like it's something, never heard of the crap before. I've always used like River Weld or Weldcraft. So, oh, check this out. It says, warning, cancer and reproductive harm. And then the very last one, it says, wash hands after handling, right? I want to use that. I can't get it to focus on it. But anyway, that's what it says. But you get that. The welder actually came clamshelled in this thing. Had the bottom piece and the top piece. And you can put a body in there. Another thing, it has molded metal corners, which is kind of impressive. And you can see the FedEx Simeons and bent this one, throwing it around. So, yeah, and it's a shame. And then this box has the ground, the stinger, all the accessories that comes with it. And you think of the stuff you get with this thing. So yeah, I got the stinger, this $5 helmet, gas, wire brush, voltage adapter, and the ground. And the ground is good. It's got a braided connector, so that's really nice. It's still skinny wires though. And then these two boxes, man, I mean, it was fat good. I took the stuff out of that one. And then what else I got was, I think a pedal, which I don't use. Damn box is smarter than me. Yeah, I got a brand new pedal also. So, you get quite a bit of stuff. You get the torch, you get the regulator, you get the pedal, you get the welder. Hey, and it's free shipping. You give them $775, and that dude's at your house. I'd recommend it, especially for a first welder. It's called a Pro Weld, or Prime Weld. Yeah, that's right, Prime Weld. Got a lot of now. And my old stuff was just plug and play, except for the off and on switch. I got a waterproof torch, so that's my radiator down there. All right, that's all I got for you. And helicopter parts. Yeah, some more helicopter parts. One day. Bye.